So yeah, these can't make these sharp corners like this.
Okay.
So they have these little lines right here. You see this little line thing here? There's a little scissor mark there, so you can cut them, but you can splice them back together by just soldering the lines. So that's what I'm doing. Alright.
So, just so you know why he's doing that, this is my mirror above my vanity.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, for basically ever, wish it was illuminated. I love this mirror. I'm like, this is very much my like glam vibe.
Give you an idea, this is what it looks like. Mm-hmm. It's not fully done yet, but
oh wow!
So I got one more strip to do.
How cool!
And if you're, I guess we'll pull the link in the description thing. If you're looking to do this yourself, the only reason I splice these is these really hard angles are hard to get. So like if you look right here, I did an angle right here, and that might be hard.
It's hard to see the lights on. Yeah.
Let me kill this light.
Okay. There you go.
You see right here, it's kind of bunched up, and that's not ideal. And then I did it again right here.
Okay.
But the problem is that at a super hard angle, though, that's not going to work. Like I can't do that at a 90-degree angle, but I could do maybe like a 30-degree or something along those lines.
Okay.
But these things, so I tend to build a lot of things, hence all this shit. But I'll go down a path and maybe a project doesn't work. And that's what this was. So this didn't cost us anything because I had bought this for a different project and it didn't work, the way I wanted it for that project. So I literally had this ready to go and pretty much brand new. Oh wow. So all I did is take it and apply it. And then on something like this, the important thing is going to be surface prep. So I went through and I cleaned the mirror once and cleaned it with like a really, like, I use these, which are by a company called, I think, the Rag Shop out of LA. But there's zero lint. Okay. Whereas, like, this is the
like a microfiber.
This is the one I was using, and I threw it on the floor because I got pissed. No. Even brand new, there's tons of lint on it. Yeah. Actually, no, it was this one, but. See that brand new, it even this ton of lint. These were super cheap. These are like $1. So, but these are like $10 for a pack of 2. So what I did is I went through, cleaned this all real well. Then I went back over it with rubbing alcohol wipes. Okay. And to surface prep. Anytime you're doing something with adhesives, surface prep is the most important thing. Yeah. So like my nails. Surface prep. And then now all I got to do is do the jumper wire from here over to here. So, like, if you're not going to do these hard bends, you could easily do something like that. Or like if I wanted to try to keep it on the inner rim, I could have followed this inner rim fairly easily, but I wasn't convinced that the light would be right. Like meaning the light would be shining inwards in this way. Oh, okay. And then have to reflect out.
It wasn't actually suiting its purpose.
Yeah, so I wasn't. I mean, I personally think if I could have pulled that off, it would have looked better because you wouldn't see it. I see. But it didn't seem like it would hit the goal. Yeah. And so later we can try coming back over this with some like goldish colored model paint. And you can probably get that away. So, cool. That's what I'm doing. So now I just need to do my final jumper wire. Go for it.
Yeah, so this was literally just me. I had said to him, I don't know, however many times, but like I said to him yesterday, I said, you know, I don't know, maybe like once every 3 weeks, because I had a ring light. Basically, I have a ring light next to this mirror, but next to my vanity, but it's far enough off that I have to turn my whole body, and it's just kind of like fine for filming but not ideal for the everyday. And I always
it was more It was more that it annoyed me.
Yes, and it annoyed him because it takes up space. And so I said, well, I've always kind of wished I had a mirror that was illuminating, but I don't like the way that all those look. I wish like just this did that. And that's how this came to be. Girls, get you an engineer. I really can't recommend. Recommended enough, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Nerdy boys will make things for you.
I'll get you a nice one though. Get you one that like actually is kind.
You think the nerdy engineer types are not kind?
Well, I don't want to generalize. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I lead with kindness and then go. We've talked about this, like, way back when, but, like, I remember thinking my number one, like, when I was single and dating, I used to, like, my number one non-negotiable is you have to be a gentleman. Everything else was secondary to that. You had to be, even at your worst, even when you're mad and sick and hungover. You just don't be in it. You can't. You know what I mean? Like, because I got to live with you, and
don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Don't
you can have your moments, but like generally speaking, no. So that's my on our anniversary weekend. I guess that's my advice that I'd pass on to y'all if you're single. Just find.
Now I use this because I'm old and I can't see. Well, the problem is like a lot of this stuff is just like manufacturing. It's gotten to the point where all this shit is like super small. So I don't know if I can't see shit or this stuff is just really small.
Maybe it's a combination of both. I think you can see fine. I think it's just gotten smaller. Are you okay? Did you just burn yourself?
Yeah, I forgot. So when you're using this thing, it's easy to get tunnel vision. So I'm over here. I'm like, oh yeah, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see great. I think it's just it got smaller.
Could be.
Yeah, because you see better than I see, and I have crazy.
You're blind, sweetie.
I know.
Like I'm surprised you don't wear Coke bottles.
I do. They're just inverted, so it makes my eyes look smaller. But I can't wear them because the strain from my eyeball to the lens makes me feel drunk.
Alright.
You get like that weird. It like literally removes your depth perception.
Now you're gonna see one of the limits of how I'm ambidextrous. I can solder left-handed.
He's just flexing now.
Nah, I'm just not that good at it, but I can. A lot of these things, I end up having some weird quirks when I do it because some of this stuff, I wasn't super close with my dad, but I did learn some of this stuff from my dad, and he was left-handed.
Speaking of dads, mine wants to talk to us later.
Oh, okay.
I want to say hi.
Okay. So I picked up some weirdnesses on some of these. So some things I'll do left-handed, where most people would do it right.
Well, I am left-handed, so I appreciate that. It's just solidarity, if nothing else.
I don't use a left-handed mouse. I mean, like that is just.
Oh my god.
That's weird.
Oh, I'll show you. He just for our anniversary, he gave me an office. So he totally changed the guest room. Now it's like a hybrid guest room office, but it looks awesome. And part of it was I have consistently used a laptop for years now, and so migrating back to a desktop, I needed a mouse, and so I got a left-handed mouse that's like to help with carpal tunnel and all that shit. And he is mocking the hell out of it because it's crazy. He thinks it's crazy. I think it's great.
Well, I mean, it's not crazy. It's just one of those things where it's like completely foreign to me, and having to use it where everything's inverted, it's just really.
It's hard.
So you don't really have a desktop. We just have a dock and have you set up with
a monitor,
a monitor, keyboard, and mouse.
We've hacked a desktop setup.
Yeah. Forget and do whatever.
Yeah.
So here we'll.
Isn't that amazing? God, that looks really good. It actually looks better in person than it does on camera because you can see the detail in person. Let's see if I can.
So total cost of this project would be probably, I think it's $15.
Wow. Not including any of the raw material, like
No.
the mirror.
Oh yeah. Obviously the mirror costs something outside of it, but this was just. These lights are super cheap. There's like 400 different types of them on eBay. Not eBay, but Amazon. And so I originally got these for the 3D printer to put on the bars of the 3D printer so that I could light up my prints.
Okay.
And I went another way.
Okay. Cool. Oh, this is something he 3D printed me like a long time ago. That's my hair. Y'all have seen this in like get ready go throughs and stuff, but I think I've had somebody DM me and ask me. But he 3D printed my holster for my hair tools. Isn't that cool? It's so handy. I'm telling you, get you an engineer. Get you a nice engineer.
Yeah, but the other thing to remember is like I luck out that I've got a lot of different tools that I've acquired over 25 years.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is, oh hey, you can do this, and it only costs like $10 if you have this $1,400 in tools already. So some of that's not necessarily fair. We have a lot of, and this will mean load balancing across a few different outlets. So
You gonna help? Cool.
these are the ones we haven't put out yet.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God, that's right. So there's two little boys that live next door to us, and we just dropped off the stuff yesterday, the baked goods to them, and she texted me and was like, their oldest one's I think like 5, and she texted me and was like, he really loves this giant ass reindeer we have in the shared part. And she goes, I said, oh, gear up, there's more. And she goes, oh my God, that's what the oldest one said. I think he's like 4 or 5. That's what he said. He said, Mommy, I think there's going to be more. And I was like, oh yeah, tons.
Yeah, so here's all the ones. We got, I don't really have to like inflate some of these. So there's the National Lampoons, here's the Santa. Here's another giant reindeer.
We have 2 National Lampoons. This is Clark?
Yeah, this is a station wagon. Here's a
Oh, so we have 3.
2.
Didn't you say we have Clark?
Oh yeah, we do.
So we have 3.
He is somewhere around here. Oh yeah, here he is.
Okay, cool. Yes, we have, because we have, this is the station wagon with the tree.
Yep.
And then we have Uncle Eddie's RV with the shit on it.
Yep, shitter's full.
Shitter's full. We're aiming high here, folks. Nothing but class. And then we've got this giant ass reindeer that's standing. That's a big ass snowman. We have Olaf. I think that's Olaf. And then we have Buddy the Elf. And then we have these dogs. Again, like I said, like 80% of the Home Depot inflatable department.
So a 15 amp circuit in a house can only continuously pull 12 amps. So what we'll end up having to do is we'll end up using that outlet in the garage. We got an outlet that's running these Christmas lights, and then we'll have the front outlet, and then I think I'll have to figure out another one, and maybe we'll run an outlet. Maybe we'll run another breaker. We will see. Do a forever house. I'll end up having some, like a couple circuits, like for outdoor decoration.
Okay, so here's what we're at currently. Here's the giant reindeer sitting. We have 3 tethered. So that was reindeer. This is Shitter's full. Eddie's RV. And then the dragon. We have 11 that we have to tether, but now they're all inflated, which is great. So they're all plugged in and they're all, you know, now we just need to like lock them down. Okay, so update. Everything's up. And we've gone through and we've tied them. So now we're gonna have to tie, let me show you real quick. We're gonna go through and we're gonna tie, oh, he did. Tied these guys so they didn't move, because that's like a thing, that way they don't fall, because Olaf over there falls a lot. And then what he's doing right now is he's basically He's taking his leaf blower and he's hitting just to make sure they're like sturdy. So we have 15 inflatables because he added a nutcracker while he was out. And then we went ahead and we got more lights, and I'm going to relight the tree trunks. These things, I think he's at least 9 feet. Yeah, he's 9 feet, and we've got the little dogs. And oh, he just turned the trees off. We're gonna have, this guy's 11. And so what we did is we put him, Santa, and then Buddy the Elf. The Santa, I know him. I love it. And then we've got more. Aloft's 11 feet. So these here are 6 feet, and that's an 11 foot, just to give you some like size differences. This is the station wagon from Christmas Vacation. This nutcracker is 8 feet. And then we have Santa and reindeer. And then we've got this little like thing that's just not on right now. But what Jeremy's gonna do is he's gonna work. Oh, I didn't realize he like actually, you know, let me see if you can show you this. Yeah, you can kind of see he's getting electrocuted. So Santa, okay, so Jeremy's working on having, there we go. So we've trimmed the whole walkway, and I'm gonna have him explain what he did, because he did this differently this year. He put this on, what'd you say you did, baby? You split a, oh, what?
You what?
How did you said you split something for this? What did you say you split?
Oh, I ripped a 2x4?
You ripped a 2x4, okay.
Yep.
So
So ripping means cutting long ways.
Okay. So ripping means cutting long ways, if you didn't hear him. So he basically put garden stakes on the ends, 3. He did on the ends and then in the middle. And then he mounted the lights, and that way they're more even. They are much, he said it took like a 10th of the time as it did last year, because he literally went through and like staked every single light last year. It was a pain in the ass.
It was quick.
And it's smoother. You don't see every little like kind of bump if you have staked lights before. It's a great way to just get pissed off. But yeah, so he did this, and then right now he's working on like kind of engineering something to where the inflatables stay on the whole time and the lights only come on at night, or like, you know, when the sunset's really at like 5. But yeah, so this is 15 inflatables. I'm pretty sure we own like 85% of Home Depot's inflatable department. And then I don't know what our total light count is. I know I just did 4 on our trees here. These are 400 lights on each one of these trees, of the 2 trees, and then we have to go get more lights for that back tree there. That's only 100. So I'll do the other 3 there. So that'll be 1,200 total. Oh, he just did there we go. We have 2 more of these, and we're gonna put them on the other 2 posts of the garage. But this is really, I think I showed this in my second haul, my holiday haul. I don't know. If I can find it, I'll link it. But these are nice. Our yard, you can't really see, but it's like a fucking it's like a minefield of cords. Something he did was he got something called, was it called paracord? Is that what you called it? He got camo paracord, so it'll match the ground. And that's what tethers the inflatables to the ground. The white cord that comes with the stakes, there's just nowhere near enough of it. So he got that, and it's
they come with enough. They come with some, and they come with plastic stakes, but the plastic stakes suck. And they have a replacement kit that gives you 6 metal stakes. So I just bought all the replacement kits, and I use the metal stakes because they're strong.
Okay.
So I don't even use the plastic ones.
Okay. And then the paracord is more durable, right?
Paracord is super durable, but it's also one of those things that, like, it was $12 for me to buy enough to do everything, and then I don't even have to look at it. I'll just cut it out and throw it away.
Okay. And then the other thing he's been doing that I thought was really helpful if you are like trying to do this too, or you're just like getting some tips. He does these, what are they called? Control? What are the covers called?
Which covers?
The covers that you WD-40'd.
Oh, there's one over here. I can't remember what they're called,
But
but they're like $5 each. So these things, so what you do is they go like this, and then they have little rubber veins there. So you see the cord can come through. And then what I do is I take WD-40, like what you would do for a squeaky door or whatever. So WD-40 is water displacement. That's what that WD is. So if you put, I spray WD-40 on this, just like that. And then I plug it in and put it in this. And then if there is moisture that gets in here, the problem that happens is when you have what are called GFIs. So when moisture gets in here and it completes a circuit to here, which is the ground lug, the GFI thinks something's getting electrocuted.
GFI means ground
fault interrupt.
Okay.
So that's that little outlet that you have that has the little button on it. So
okay.
That's a GFI.
Okay, cool.
So what happens is if moisture gets in between those and causes any type of electricity, just a little bit, this guy will pop.
Because he thinks somebody's getting electrocuted.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when you do that, it helps prevent it from completing the circuit. Then you put it in this, and then it's not going to get. Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's a really good tip, especially if you're doing like what we're doing. There's just like a lot of action happening. It's just really helpful
because it then becomes a massive pain in the ass to figure out what is causing what.
Right.
So if you just do the preventative, so far every connection that we've done, I've gone through and I've sprayed it.
Yeah. So it's an extra step, but it's so much better to do that step than to be like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Credit to some random dude doing it on Reddit last year.
Yeah.